guys in about a month at Gamescom Finals, which could be great.
Vertical Gaming is going to start out on attack, Excellence on defense, and right off the get-go, we're going to have Frost chosen here by Fox, which, knowing how Fox, I used to play with Fox back in the day, back in beta, early release. He was always a very fast-paced player. Frost doesn't necessarily have that same feeling with her.
I think she does really fit into that fast pace.
You think so? With
yeah,
with her low shooting?
Her 9mm is great. It is super good at headlining. 2 armor, 2 speed. I mean, a 2 speed's only 90% as fast as a 3 speed, so you're only losing 10% of that speed, right? I think that
it's also a very low rate of fire, though, weapon to try and go in a quick engagement.
It's so good for headlining, and also I don't know why, but it chunks people down, man. It chunks people down. And actually, I think it kills faster than most people can kill you because something about the DPS. I don't know. It's a really good gun. I know it's got low rate of fire, but that is a really good gun. It's seriously underestimated. I think Fox will be fine on Frost.
Have recovered their diffuser.
But you're right. You know, he is a fast-paced player.
Defender has left the area of operation.
No big surprises in the operator selection apart from that Frost, though. Avian's going to go up on top of this tower outside of spawn and take out my man.
Now this is that same spot he got on Elevate.
Yeah.
He got Laxing and Skies. Skies was the if I remember correctly, Skies was the Valkyrie first getting picked off. Laxing was, I think, a Bandit.
He's had a lot of work done from that tower. I mean, Avian just perches himself, puts his talons on top of the bars, and just shoots people who cross between A bomb site and CCTV every single attack round on this top defense. Even on a ventilation defense, people still cross that on defense.
Now I want to talk about this camera here for a moment because you would think, okay, I'm throwing a camera right on the same pole that a standard camera is on, it's going to get shot right away, and that's one of the things that's not happening.
I mean, I think it's being a little bit obscured by the barbed wire. SC4 is going to narrowly miss Eclipse, but it was. And also, this is important, it did notify Eclipse that, oh, they have a camera on me, almost certainly, which means he's going to be playing a little bit safer here.
Yeah, I think you might have seen it. Nope, he does not see it, so Geo and
that barbed wire, man, I'm telling you.
Geo and Eclipse still going to go head for head here, trying to engage here.
This is a lot of aggression that Excellence are putting out despite being at the man disadvantage early on in the round. There's only half the round left. Eclipse is conscious of Geo playing inside of this front ventilation, and he's just looking for the. Actually, I don't think he knows exactly where Geo is. He's just wondering.
Doesn't know. Eclipse is just wondering, but I like the pressure that Geo's putting on down because that's Buck's home. He gets under there, tries to open up the floor, let go of the half wall, make sure people aren't behind it. Geo's the one holding this down single-handedly without throwing a single bullet out.
Yeah, and he's gonna go. It looks like we are gonna have the Buck actually rotate because of it. Whoa,
no
aggressive play from King. What is happening here?
Very aggressive here.
How did he get in with almost no? What's going on?
There's no barbed wire at all to stop this push. Brian's gonna tag one down on a slash, but not before Fox gets removed here by the R4C.
Excellence is being really aggressive here on this round.
Gurmy has been spotted out behind the lockers. King George is going to lock that down with his line of sight. 40 seconds to go. Eclipse is now moving in forward. No frag grenades at his disposal yet, though. More shots going to come on in. King George spots the head of Brian, takes it on out, and Gurmy will be injured and then finish off here momentarily as Geo tries to rotate back onto site. Last man down a 1-on-4, and this will go into the hands here of Vertical Gaming. But Geo's got a little bit to say about it. Stops one, downs another, but King George just has that laser accuracy. And that will be the death of Geo.
Nice shot there to King George. Let's see it. Good hold down there. So, well, the early pick from Avian obviously gave VG a little bit of an edge there. But right after that, Excellence still getting very aggressive onto the VG attack and ended up losing a couple more men. More importantly, though, no barbed wire like you talked about in through the A wall. But aside from that, aside from the barbed wire, the small office pressure was non-existent. There was neither a reinforcement nor a mirror window nor holes. They hadn't opened murder holes. They just left the walls there, and that is basically your main avenue to holding that A wall push. So just some serious mistakes coming out there from Excellence. Now, that might just be them playing it a little bit loose and not really minding too terribly if they win or lose that round, but I get that, I respect that, but at the same time, you know, easy solution to easy problems.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like there should have been people in that west balcony or west area by the half wall because Geo was doing a fabulous job of denying the pressure from underneath.
Yeah,
so you should have had at least someone there.
That's another thing is there was no barbed wire, no mirror window, and then nobody playing bunker or by the A-wall. There was nothing to stop someone from just pushing on in, and that's exactly what we saw. King George pushed in, got a 3K, easy. Now we are going to have VG play very aggressive into CCTV. We've talked about this hold before. Put that mirror window facing towards the main hallway, and that gives you control over the south balcony door as well as the main hallway, and a little bit of pressure onto offices. So it's a multi-purpose mirror window. Gives you tons of control overall for the whole top floor. And then apart from that mirror window, it's so very easy for a defender to maintain control over the west balcony. But it's going to be Excellence seemingly attacking onto the offices. Now, also similar to the CCTV hold here, VG attempts to play aggressively into Office Sandwich, which I believe they are doing right now. Yeah, it's going to be, it looks like Slashug, I think that is, playing with the Spaz 12 inside of this Office Sandwich. And he's going to be holding out just as long as he can with the support of his teammates coming from Fountain and the B-bomb site. So as you can tell, VG trying to apply a lot of pressure to the entire top floor, really not giving up anything at all for free.
Avian goes for an aggressive peek off the balcony, grabs Gurmy, then gets back inside with a, I think the only health that got taken away was just him falling off the balcony.
Yeah, kind of amazing that he made it out of that with almost no damage. About 5 HP, I'd say, maybe 10. Not going to really change too much in the next engagement he finds himself in. Unfortunate there that Fox8 was not able to secure that kill from that run out. You know, he had the detection, he could have put himself in the angle to find it, but he just simply did not. See there, this is what we're talking about. See that run out from Avian? That's why it's so easy for the defenders to hold that west balcony. All they need to do is run around that corner with their mirror window information or camera information and pre-fire where the attackers are going to be. I mean, what can the attackers do? There's no cover. It's basically just, oh, look at me, you've caught me with my pants down. I'm a free kill.
Now, what we are not necessarily seeing here from Excellence is that rooftop pressure with the frag grenades going down onto Slash.
Yeah, they're kind of spread out on this attack. I mean, you can tell they're putting so much pressure downstairs for their roam game, and then they're only just now opening up a wall into office.
There is no roam game. I mean,
yeah,
everyone's on the top floor. You know there's some inside of CCTV. They're in office. I mean, you had Slash easily able to go back from Fountain to Sandwich back to Fountain.
And yet you've got two people from Excellence downstairs hunting down roamers. And yes, there's an Ash. She can open up from below, but she's not doing that right now. Nade's coming up underneath Slashug. That's my man on that buck. Interesting he's trying to nade Slashug from below instead of just simply use his buck to try and disable the position. Slash is going to relocate, though. Avian, meanwhile, another kill. That's going to be onto Geo running out through the main door of the bomb site. Now it's 3 on 5.
Man, don't hop through the window. Don't
hop.
No. Here comes the nade.
Wait.
By Slash. Oh, no, he got thrown out. Goes for it. Oh, he grabs it.
Good
and then
trade.
the nade comes on out. Oh, that's a Claymore finishing him off. A good trade there, as you called it. Eclipse will get that kill down onto Brian, a 1-on-4. And Fox just not able to get it. The pistol kill comes out from Eclipse, and that's going to be round 2 going to Vertical Gaming.
So it just seems they're like a little bit of a mix-up coming out from Excellence. Their attack was seemingly not very well coordinated. You know, they started with some CCTV pressure, and then they pivoted off that CCTV pressure to main floor pressure. And then from that, they didn't hunt down any roamers because they were non-existent. There were no roamers. I mean, we had Avian do some runouts, but aside from that. And then they tried to push her into the offices, and at that point, they'd already lost so many people. There just wasn't enough pressure being applied to VG on their hold. And Slash was allowed to trade himself out where he shouldn't have in his office. Now, it is 2-0 in favor of VG. They seem to be pretty dominant so far in this match. It doesn't seem like Excellence has been able to really consolidate themselves and get a nice coordinated attack or defense down yet. This could be their second attempt for the Armory. Now, last time we saw them completely ignore the A-wall, seemingly. They neither put batteries, nor barbed wire, nor mirror window, nor reinforcement on small office, nor did they play anyone in bunker or by A-wall. So they were just like, hey, come on into A. And VG took advantage of that and waltzed on into A. So I don't think Excellence is going to make that mistake again.
Hopefully not, but we have seen, actually we saw it before, I think inside of Office, it might have been the Latin American scene. We saw inside of Office, they forgot to put barbed wire through the door Fox is about to go through, this hallway here. And we saw someone just rushing, possibly it was an Ash or a Twitch or whatever, just rushed right in and said, hey, Office is now mine, killed the guy in Sandwich and just took it over.
I mean,
next time around, we saw the barbed wire down there. So hopefully these teams are going to make adjustments to correct little obstacles like that.
We've been in a barbed wire meta since the beginning of the game. Barbed wire arguably one of the if not the most powerful defender gadget. I mean, you don't really think about it, but it is so it has such a presence in this game for the defender side and and for both teams really. And having a piece of barbed wire on a door, which you know the attacker is going to be pressuring from, it just forces the attackers to address that barbed wire with a piece of utility, whether it be a grenade or a ash charge. At this level of play, if you try to melee a barbed wire that's properly placed, 9 times out of 10, a defender's going to hear that and get the kill as you do it. It's super dangerous. Now, we do have a roam game coming from Excellence. It's going to be Fox A, and I believe that's my man.
Ooh, Eclipse did not spot Fox, though. He just skimmed on through servers.
A little bit too fast there, Eclipse. That's actually that's gonna mean a lot for Fox A. It means he's not gonna be detected. He might be able to get the flank of Eclipse as Eclipse pushes on into server, because you know he's gonna try and use his bucks from underneath, along with Slashhawk, who will use his ass charges. You can see VG, they're going for a CCTV AWOL take yet again. This was previously successful, but as you can tell here, Excellence have actually invested not only utility, but players into holding this AWOL. They've even got holes down in the floor to try and hold it from below.
My man looking like he wants to toss up a C4, sees it, will he go for it?
This would be a good start, but I think
Perfect.
Ash might be on a table.
I think he is. He
might
might
be
be, but that's not going to stop my man from trying to go for the shots down.
Yeah, I believe Slashhawk is on top of a table, so that's
he
not
is.
going to be... My man can neither get the shots nor the C4
Stop
onto
outsmarting the
Slashhawk.
pulse there, Slash.
Yeah, that's a really good positioning there from Slash.
Oh, no, but the bullets are still
Ooh.
going through. You can see him there.
So it looks like he might have just hit the foot of Slashhawk. It's a nice aimed shot. Gio's going to get the first kill of the round. That's going to be onto Avian. That's the Hibana. That's all of VG's breach potential. However, Hibana's already done her job for the most part. She's opened up this mirror window. Super important. She's also opened up a line of sight onto Bunker. So the attackers are going to be very comfortable having lost their Hibana, despite that fact.
Now it looks like the pressure is going to come in from the west balcony. Flashbang's going to go in, and it looks as though we will have an blind Gio. But that's okay. He's tucked around behind the wall. King George again going to go for the peek around by half wall. Moving in forward. Now I don't quite know if Gio realizes he's inside. I think he does, but he's going to look to the left. There's the shield getting broken up, and he cannot get tagged down. Gio will be removed by Young. That's going to be my man picking up a kill, and Young slashing on down another kill here as he takes out Gurmy with a headshot. Now a 2-on-2, you got Slash and Young, last two alive. Fox trying to rotate back on his site.
Here comes the C4.
Slash comes on in, Young gets taken down, but the plant goes down successfully. Slash needs to hop on out. I thought he might have gotten injured hopping off the balcony, but no, he's got about 10 health left to go.
We're going to see a stick. He's going to stick it.
He will stick it here. Slash, can he get back in time? It's going to be Ash. He
Oh,
doesn't
no,
realize
Slash!
it. He's slashing it one last hit, and that's going to be game. No, that's going to be the round, and Excellence comes out on top. Round number 3 goes to the hands of Excellence. It's now 2-1.
Pros don't fake. Pros don't fake, Slash. You gotta be on top of it. Pros don't fake. That's unfortunate that Slash took a little bit too much time there to apply the pressure to the main window.
I mean, it was either rappel up onto the balcony,
Right.
or rappel up onto the balcony and then rappel into it and expose yourself and die.
Yeah, no, rappelling onto the balcony would have been a mistake, but you know, he could have obviously opened up that window when he got onto the van, and then he would have seen the Valkyrie as he vaulted up onto the north balcony, and you know, he could have killed it. I said it doesn't matter. I mean, that's gonna be the first round loss there for VG. Now it was a nice try. I like their collapse there onto the bomb site, and the fact that they forced it out to just being 2-on-2, and the last two were roaming. You could imagine, though, if they had applied that pressure to the roam game, maybe they could have actually just come out on top through and through. I mean, we've seen so many examples previously in this season of teams on border, especially, collapsing on that first floor roam game, eliminating them, getting them right off the board early on, and then they are in such an advantageous position from them there forward that they take it to the bomb site is easy peasy. Now,
every single wall inside of the southeast corner of the servers has been reinforced. All 8 walls. That's a lot of reinforcements to utilize.
yeah, I mean, normally we don't see that, and the reason we don't see that is because most teams tend to want to invest a lot of that reinforcement up here in the top floor. But in this instance, VG has done, well, not that. They've invested simply, I believe, 2 reinforcements upstairs. Those are likely going to be utilized for these mirror window placements. You can see one here where Avian's going to be playing for that run out that we talked about earlier. Wonder where the other one is.
Not quite sure. It has been placed down. We'll have to see exactly There it is.
Oh, look at that. That's okay. So that's the 10th reinforcement. It's gonna be on the B bomb site. Like the way that VG's covering all their bases here. I also like that they're not investing so many reinforcements upstairs, because most teams, when they do that full stack upstairs, and we do have VG doing a pretty significant amount of pressure on the top floor with their player count. Usually they fall off within 30 seconds, maybe a minute, right? They do their best to hold, but they fall off inevitably. And Slashug is going to be one of those. I think Roamer's actually upstairs getting picked off early on.
Oh, Brian might be spotted inside of the bathroom right above him. It looks like it's going to be...
I think it's teammate.
Oh, it is Geo?
Yeah,
Might have
as you can see here, Excellence, they've taken control over the top floor there, and in terms of offices, and I think they might actually have some pressure into archives.
Gotcha.
And that's allowing the rest of the attackers to push in through this tellers and bathroom.
My man tags the head there of Young, getting the second kill of the round. Slash was already killed off. A 5-on-3 now. King George has gotten back on the site through the drop hatch. He's going to try to poke a kill in through the wall, and Brian's going to look to try to counter that and put some pressure back on himself. Goes for the peek, couple more bullets might go flying his way. My man's gonna spot him out there with a drone. Eclipse picks off the head of Fox. That's another frag down, a 4-on-3.
Ooh, King George narrowly avoiding death there. He's still got 2 people to deal with from this bathroom though. Very dangerous engagement to be handling.
Here comes a nade from my man. He's gonna go right over the side of the server stack, and that will injure him.
Well aimed nade.
Wonderful time, wonderful aim. Eclipse is gonna try to move in forward. Almost gets the head of my man. He has it back on out of there. Leave King George for the Vultures. We have my man now moving in. He knows that, hey, I haven't seen him peek for a while. He's got to be injured. Tags one down.
What a shot.
Grabs the other one next to him. He's injured. Even going to try to swing back through the west stairs. Gets seen, gets spotted, and gets taken down. My man picking up a 3 kill to finish off the round.
Great job to him, man. There, love that name, with that nade. That was perfectly timed, perfectly aimed to take out King George. Being conscious of the position that is almost certainly going to be played there if anyone's holding in the site.
That recoil on Buck's assault rifle makes me cringe sometimes. Seeing that, I don't know how people control it.
It was great to watch my man try or attempt to control it. I mean, he does a pretty good job of it.
He does. I just don't know how he does it.
Right. I mean, it just takes practice. You know, the real problem with Buck's AR's recoil isn't how insanely high it is, how much recoil it is. Yeah, that is an issue, right? But you can learn to control it. The issue with Buck's AR recoil is because you come off of that recoil on going on to any other gun in the game, seemingly, and you're like, oh, now I have to, I'm overcompensating,
Yeah.
I'm pulling down way too much. So it makes Buck a lot harder to mainline because you have to keep pivoting off of it over and over again. So that round was really well done to my man there. You can see he's doing great things for his team. And we are at a 2-2 scoreline, but if you take a look at that scoreboard again, you can see here that VG very clearly have across the board, look at them, 2 kills to 3 kills between them. Meanwhile, Excellence, they've got 3 guys with 1 kill. I mean, this is just VG really putting together a lot of coordination. Now, Excellence Gaming having won their defense of the top floor. They're going to be defending ventilation now. Now, this is the first time they've gone downstairs into the ventilation hold, and it's looking like a very similar setup to VG with some slight differences. A little bit reinforcements moved, no Mira, instead opting to bring a castle, and a couple of slight alterations to the VG hold. And that's actually, I think, what we've been seeing overall throughout this match, whether it be in a hold or an attack, is just slight variation between these 2 squads. And we talked about it before when before the match started, how both of these teams are scrim partners, or were scrim partners previously in the season. They're probably scrimming actually right now. I mean, again,
this is probably a scrim for them.
Well, in essence, yeah, but I mean, as soon as both of them qualified for LAN in the playoffs, they probably went right back to scrimming because they're like, hey, we're gonna play each other in we're gonna play each other to find out what our seeding is, but whatever. And we need to practice, we need to get ready. So I'm sure this is, essentially just a scrim. These are very friendly teams. Fox is gonna be challenging onto Avian, who's trying to push into these offices, and you can see this is the same exact attack.
Oh, Fox has fallen off of the shelving unit down the hole.
A little bit
He'll
of
have to get picked back up there by Brian, though.
Yeah, you can't fall that far, man. That's gonna take a lot of HP off of the Excellence side. But you can see here, VG's attack is essentially the same thing that Excellence just executed in the previous round. Take control of offices, take control of archives, then you have the vertical control over all the way up to bathrooms. And then from bathrooms, you can open up the wall into the bomb site and start applying that pressure to the anchors. And I really do, you can tell the similarities between these 2 squads.
Now, it looks as though we may have had everyone from Excellence vacate the premise on the top floor. They've all gone through the drop hatch, they're back downstairs, and now they're trying to stop this push in from Tellers, which you see Aven and King George trying to execute. We still have Eclipse. He's up here inside of the fountain looking for the crossover for the push from Brian or possibly any member from Excellence moving back over towards the south end of the map. As we finish off here, there are 50 seconds left to go. Still a 5-on-5. Fox trying to come on through a hole. Avian doesn't see him, and that's going to allow Fox to move. Oh, he might be seen here. Flashbang's going to come out.
What
Avian
a
goes
shot.
for a duck shot and moves on over, takes off the head of Fox. That's going to be the first frag of the round. A 4-on-3 now. Looks like another one might come on out of the woodwork, but no, my man says sit down. And now he comes on up, getting the kill. A 4-4 now. There are 30 seconds left to go. Splash and Geo going to go head-to-head. That's going to be one head taken out. Now a 3-5. Eclipse still trying to come in through the drop hedge. As he dropped, Brian picks up the kill with the SMG-11. King George swacking on over with the shots from Blackbeard's weapon to take off Gurmy. A 3-on-2. King George and Young, last two alive here for VG. Looks like Flashbang's going to force Brian to sit tight for a few moments as he comes onto the hole. Geo looks from above, picks up that vertical game. Last man alive is going to be Young, but he gets taken out of commission here by my man to finish off round 5 in favor of Excellence.
So what happened there for VG, they had control, they had the positioning, they just got a little bit confused. Honestly, they got a little bit confused on what their attack was supposed to be there. They forfeited control over offices and archives, and their push in through the main tellers and bathroom just stalled out. Just completely stalled out. They started to get picked off one by the Excellence defense, and they all spread out, started to do their own thing, and it just basically, like I said, attack stalled out, they started to falter, and that was really the end of the round there for VG. Now, for the first time in this map and match overall, Excellence have their lead, 3-2. Now, those first two rounds, Vertical Gaming seemed extremely dominant, and it's taken a turn for the worse here for Vertical. Excellence stepping way up.
Now, I mean, seeing this scoreboard and seeing that for Excellence, you've got a member that has 6 kills, a member that has 7, that's my man and Geo. To me, if I'm Vertical Gaming, I need to step it up and say, look, these are the two guys we need to take out, and then we'll have an easier time trying to win these rounds. Because right now, those are the two players that are quote-unquote carrying the rest of Excellence.
Yeah, arguably, yeah, absolutely. Arguably, you're right, but also, you know, you got to keep in mind for the first 2 rounds, VG basically shut everybody down from the Excellence side, and since then, it's been 3 rounds in a row for Excellence, and just because all the kills are on those 2 guys doesn't necessarily mean they're the only ones putting in work. And also, I'd say if those 2 guys do get taken out, I don't think they're necessarily going to shut down Excellence overall. I think that somebody else will step up, because, you know, it's just been 2 rounds of losses, and then Excellence have been winning landslide for these last 3. It could just be a case where the other guys on the team, those other 3 Excellence players, just haven't had an opportunity to get too many kills. And not trying to force it out or anything is the right way to play as well. So playing it nice and slow here, Excellence are going to be taking onto the offices. They have control over those east stairs and then open up this main office wall. Slashug is playing with the MPX now instead of the Spaz, and he will be going for these long angles. I love this mix-up. It's catching Excellence a little bit off guard, but no, too aggressive there onto my man. Mehmed will hit the shot. So Slashug did manage to light up my man, but that is a huge mistake.
He's going to go fall off, get picked back up. There's plenty of time here, although it will waste like 20, 30 seconds because they're going to get the rappel and pick him up.
It's the right call, let's be honest.
It is.
Now, I do think here that was a really big mistake there from Slashug, and that's going to put Vertical Gaming now, they've lost a lot of pressure. Office's control is completely forfeit to Excellence, despite the fact that they're getting slowed down because of that reset. They still have the control. And Gurmy now is going to pick off Avian, as Avian attempts to rotate to assist this hold. And now it's all kind of just falling apart here for VG. Slashug needed to waste at least another 30 seconds there inside of Office Sandwich.
Slash did have a great idea. He had the right opportunity. The plan's going to go down here momentarily inside of the archive. King George going to toss out a C4. Tags the kill there onto Brian, stopping that plan. There's going to be a gas grenade that comes out. Young going to get blinded out by yet again another flashbang. Fox realizing, hey, I can actually set this down. I think he's got a lunchbox in his way. There he goes.
He will get it. There we go.
He will set it down. And we will have King George again trying to put some pressure onto Gurmy. He will be injured and then taken out, but it looks like a trade comes on out. Fox gonna fall off the ledge and
It's all
get
down to
injured.
Gio.
It's all here up to Gio, and I don't think they realize it just yet. And it looks as though they're gonna go ahead and pick up King George. You also have Young who's here. The last man alive is gonna be Gio. He comes on swinging, tags one. Can he tag another? Young's got 1 bullet health left to go. He's gonna look for a flashbang, moves on in. Gio looking to get the shots down to Young. Can he do it? Tosses out another flashbang, gets one. Can he get another? No, the defender's gonna get it. Gio, he gets the 1 kill, but cannot get it in time. That's gonna be Eclipse tagging down the diffuser at 3-3 now.
What an attempt from Gio. Very potentially could have been a clutch, but
He
it wasn't
wasted
okay.
a little bit too much time with the flashbang.
Yeah.
That was it, just a little bit too much time.
Okay, some people are going to be saying, oh, he flashbanged himself, and that's why he lost. No, honestly, the reason he lost that is because he pulled the pin for the flashbang in the first place.
Yep.
The flash neither assisted nor was the detriment. It was just him taking the time to throw it. If he had simply rushed in, pre-fired the corner, he would have won flat out. Both Young and the defusing player, or the disabling player, they were lined up. He just sprays the corner, he wins. So it was a nice try there from Gio, but I think he got a little bit ahead of, or I think he was taking the other guys a little bit too seriously there. He really just needed to go for the pre-fire.
Now back to the conversation with Slash and how he had kind of been we'll call it over aggressive. That play wasn't necessarily
It wasn't the wrong one. It was just he
was
missed
the
the
fact
shot.
he pulled off too soon. He thought he got the kill there onto Buck, wanted to not overexpose himself, so he went back and realized, oh crap, I didn't get Buck down all the way, so he went to re-peek again, and that's what cost him.
Well, whatever the case be, I mean, it was just he just missed it. I mean, he missed the shot.
Yep.
Through and through, he missed the shot. If he had hit the shot, yeah, it would have been great. He would have got a kill. But you know, again, the job there is to waste the time. You know, and the fact that he didn't really put his team in a slightly worse position, which, you know, they ended up winning from regardless, which was great job to VG there. Honestly, it looked like, by the way, on that note, a round overall, Excellence had that round. They did have that round.
Yep.
Just a couple mistakes like right next to each other, and it suddenly slipped away from them. Also, great retake there from VG. You saw that coordination between King George and Young peeking onto the Blackbeard. That should have been the sort of thing where Blackbeard just wins one engagement, then he wins another engagement. Because of that coordination, though, from VG, that wasn't allowed to happen. And that's what you got to do against the Blackbeard.
Yeah, I think
You know he's going to hold that angle.
I think it was Fox that had fallen off the balcony, tried vaulting over.
Yeah, that was a little
Thatcher.
bit of a mistake there.
Yeah, little opportunities that are missed, and hopefully they won't occur again, or else that might spell doom here for Excellence.
I mean, we're seeing what we expected to see in this match overall, by the way. 3-3. It's been a total back and forth fest, and it's been coming down to the last straw in every single one of these rounds, seems like. Foxy is going to try and active bandit, and he will
he'll
be
get the second one. He'll get the second set because they
Yeah.
realize VG what they're doing. They're going to put a first one down, set it off, then tag a second one down.
Yeah, it means there's only one set of Habana charges left on Avian, and he's got to use that for the mirror window. I don't think he's going to, though. He's going to go straight for the main wall. That means the mirror window will not be opened up. It's a very dangerous play there from VG. Not being able to open up that mirror window is going to slow this down. However, Slashhawk from below will be able to open up the mirror window himself.
There
That's
he
great.
goes.
See, that's what you need to happen.
Now my man's going to go out for a peek here, potentially from the middle passport room. He's looking on over towards the center office, and then gets picked off by Slash. What a shot!
Attackers have
I
located a bomb.
want to say there was a one-tap, but he's down 7 bullets in his weapons. If he's going to go peek on upstairs, looks for the shots down there onto Brian and onto Gio.
This is great pressure that Slashhawk is applying right now to the main site, but just aside from, of course, the roam clear. That's put his team in a really great position.
Ooh, looks like a nade will force Gurmy out of position, and that will be it for him. King George smacking down another kill there on a Fox, potentially. No, Slash picks it up from underneath. And now we have Gio inside a fountain. He's going to hop back onto his Yokai drone. Brian's going to try to stop the defuse plant with a gas grenade. And again, more shots coming down from Slash from underneath. Last one alive is going to be Brian. They know he's in here, 5-on-1. VG wins this round, and they have gone up to match point now, 4-3.
So VG's take there really just mostly came down to Slashhug's work from below. Great job to Slashhug opening up that mirror window, and more importantly clearing out that roamer, denying the C4 from below. That was huge. And because he opened up that mirror window, all VG really needed to do was just push on into the bomb site together as a team, all 4 of them. And that's exactly what happened. They won their fights, and simple as. Ventilation room workshop now going to be VG's defense as they were successful in that armory hold. And there's a match point here. If they're able to successfully defend this ventilation, we'll move on to map number 2. Or we can get overtime here if Excellence managed to push it forward. Now, VG was unsuccessful previously when holding this bomb site, and it was a take from Excellence straight in through the bathroom as well into a bomb site, as well as taking control of that offices and archives. Now I'm sure VG is going to be expecting that same attack again. I wonder if Excellence is going to provide that same attack.
I think VG, I mean, they're changing it up a bit. King George is going to hop on Castle instead of Mira.
Yeah.
And last time we saw the Mira placements, there was one inside of A facing B and another one on the west wall facing the balcony. This time, though, they're holding things a little bit differently.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, a little bit of a mix-up. It seems like that a lot of their focus is going on to that denying the teller stake, and that's what Excellence took the. Again, that's what Excellence did the first time. And VG's got to be expecting that. So it really comes down to Excellence. Are they going to mix things up? Are they going to read into this counter and go somewhere else, or will they fall into the trap? More importantly, I guess, is if they fall into that trap, are they going to be able to fight their way out of it? Because we've seen some pretty spectacular trap setups so far in this match, and we have seen the team who has been supposedly trapped fight their way out of it. So anything's possible.
Now Avian is tagging along here inside of the offices. Tags off one drone, looks on through the hole. It's been opened up. It's going to be as aggressive as Slash, and now he's just holding on to another drone. Going to come on out.
He's already taken out 2 drones. He's going to get a 3rd. Oh, maybe not, as Geo manages to get his drone by Avian. Now, that each drone is very important, of course. It gives a lot of information. But Avian going to take out Fox 8, trading it back for Slashug. So Slashug's up the board for this roam game early on, which means that Avian had to fall off of the offices. Oh, this
it's
rush.
going to be aggressive. Oh, he tags down the headshot on a man. What a shot. She is going to be inside a fountain to get the refrag, and that's going to be a 3-3 now. Still over half the round to go. Castle by King George will then remove Geo. That's a picked up kill. Nice frag.
So despite Slashug unfortunately not getting much done in his roam game upstairs, Avian basically got 3 kills. He only got 2, but he lit that Thatcher up to like 1 HP, which allowed King George for an easy refrag. So now, VG in a very comfortable position because of Avian's fantastic roam game.
Now Gurmy's going to look in towards inspection, which is where Eclipse is sitting. He might tag him off here, right on top of the conveyor belts where Eclipse is going to be standing. Gurmy moving slow as a worm over here. Goes for the shots and actually just takes off his hip. That's going to be a refrag down with 2-2 here. Young is going to sit inside of the bathroom with a shotgun in hand. I believe they have opened up the castle barricade, but it doesn't look like they're going to flow that way. Gurmy's going to be at the bottom of west stairs. King George has that upper angle down onto him. Once he sees that barbed wire, you're going to see him go right to the corner, possibly go for a pre-fire drop shot. Brian is outside of that west doorway.
A bomb has been located.
So you can tell here VG's conscious of this B-bomb site attack, and because Castle's from above, he might be able to apply the vertical pressure to deny this defuse plan.
Ooh, he sees it, goes for the shots and hits him on down to about 5 health. Brian is unfortunately not going to walk away from that one. Young coming in hard with a shotgun kill, takes him on out. Last but not least is going to be Gurmy. He's inside of inspection, moving down to the bottom of the west stairs. 20 seconds to go. And it looks as though Young going to whip out that SMG-11. Flashbang's going to come on in. Gurmy now moves in forward. Above him is still going to be King George.
Bomb located by attacker.
He has to go on through that gas grenade.
He's
Another
too slow.
flashbang comes in through. Young dodges it, moves in forward. There goes the Deagle shots down onto him. He's going to try to get this planted, and from above, King George will rain down the bullets, and we are going to see Vertical Gaming secure map number 1 in a 5-3 fashion. And that's going to be not an undefeated season so far for Excellence. Vertical Gaming still trying to secure that 2-0 victory.
And they could very well do it. Good performance here on border for Vertical Gaming. They won some rounds they really shouldn't have. Most notably that last armory defense. Wow, that was a great comeback. A couple mistakes here and there from